Experiencing the 2026 Volvo EX30 Cross Country feels like watching a familiar song get a surprisingly stylish remix. Volvo took the compact, fun-to-drive X30 and nudged it toward the outdoors without turning it into an uncompromising off-roader. The result is a small electric SUV with just enough rugged styling and capability to appeal to buyers who want the weekend adventure look and the weekday ease of an urban EV. If you've been paying attention to the recent trend of SUVs made more SUV-y, think Subaru's Wilderness, Honda's Trail Sport, or Toyota's Woodland trims, Volvo's take is rooted in its long cross-country tradition. Unlike the trend's newcomers, Volvo has decades of experience adding modest lift, extra cladding and practical protection to its family wagons. The X30 Cross Country stands out as Volvo's first cross-country SUV and also the first time the cross-country treatment is applied to an EV. That pairing feels natural. You get a car that visually promises trails and gravel without asking you to sacrifice everyday refinement. On the road, the cross-country feels like a slightly more confident X30. Ride height is raised by about 19 mm, the suspension is tuned a touch softer with more travel, and the exterior gets the usual rugged cues: black cladding, subtle skid plates and optional roof racks that make the aesthetic believable. In daily driving, the package manages to stay livable. It doesn't have the pared-down, off-road-only harshness of purpose-built machines. Instead, it keeps the quiet, refined character EV owners expect while giving a subtle vibe that you might actually head into the countryside for the weekend. Performance remains a highlight. The X30's dual-motor AWD setup produces an eye-catching 422 horsepower in the Ultra trim, making this one of the quickest Volvos on the market. Volvo claims a 0 to 60 mph time around 3.4 seconds. That power and instantaneous EV torque contrast nicely with the cross-country's softer suspension setup, so the car can sprint when provoked but still delivers a comfortable commute. Range for the standard X30 hovers around the mid to 50 miles mark, which is competitive but not class-leading. The cross-country's raised stance and the option for all-terrain rubber could trim that figure a bit, so buyers who prioritize maximum range might want to compare wheel tire choices. Interior space and packaging carry over the same X30 compromises: a minimalist dash anchored by a central touchscreen and a back seat that's on the tight side for taller passengers. If you are buying for the aesthetic and the lifestyle flexibility more than third-row practicality, the trade-offs make sense. Volvo's message for the X30 Cross Country is clear: give people an EV with a more outdoorsy personality that's still perfectly at home in city life. Pricing was not final when I drove it, but estimates suggested it would land under $50,000 for the top Ultra trim. If you like your EVs compact, fast and just a little bit rugged, this new X30 variant is worth a look.